In February, we saw the RBA keep rates on hold, which is fairly much to be expected. Analysts are split in the next month being March, with a 50-50 chance of rates being cut. What we are seeing is banks are now starting to move rates without movement from the RBA. We're seeing smaller rate movements within the variable home loan, but interestingly, we're seeing much larger rate movements within the fixed rates. What I find fascinating about this is that fixed rates are typically an indication on where long-term rates are heading. So one would be reasonably secure, as rates have been dropped between 20 and 40 basis points, that banks believe that we'll see rates from the RBA somewhere in that vicinity, if not a little more. Banks will typically move outside of the RBA movement to try and encourage more competition. And what we're seeing is there is less number of people borrowing money or refinancing, and banks are taking a more aggressive stance to attract new business. The median house price in Adelaide, we're seeing trending upwards. The last quarter was fairly solid figures coming out. However, we tend not to focus too much on quarter by quarter, but really want to be looking at a 12-month period. We are feeling fairly confident with a lot of the good news coming out from mining that we will see some trending upwards over the medium to long term. However, I will say with some reservation, mining, whilst it sounds very good, the reality is it's such a long-term prospect for South Australia that we certainly don't expect to see any major spikes caused by mining within the property market within the next 12 to 24 months. The hotspot suburbs in Adelaide are trending to be around central focused or down towards the south coast. So suburbs like Adelaide, then there's Walkerville, Medindie, also North Adelaide and Dulwich are trending very high in the top 5, but also areas such as Seaford and Noarlunga are also doing extremely well. I think this is basically because of the infrastructure that's going in down the southern suburbs with the completion of the dual expressway.